So we're at 237,000 miles. And we're going to change the transmission fluid, which never been changed before. And we're going to change the bulkhead on the transmission. Let's see. This right here is what's leaking. So this is the new one. Got it from Amazon. And I got the filter from AutoZone.
What wheel can you use?
Alright, so here's the front of the car. Got your front drive shaft. I don't know if you have it or not, but got an 8mm bolts. So we gotta take these off. And so this is the back, that's the front, that's the engine over there. Just loosen them, let it leak. Over here, passenger side, top of the transmission, is this little plug right here for your dipstick. We gotta open that. So it's right by the catalytic converter. So that size is a 19mm. Right here. I don't know if you can see that. 19mm. So loosen that, take it off. There we go. There's your little handle. So that's off. Okay, so bolts up here are still on the front. Bolts in the back of the transmission are off, so it's pouring down off the exhaust. So it's gonna let it slowly pour out, and then drop it from the back, and it'll be free. But
I guess let's drop it down and see if we can drop it. Filter. There it goes. Let it drain, it's pretty.
Filter came out. I'll show you guys that later. There's magnet, gotta clean that. See all those shavings? Just use brake cleaner, wipe it down, some rags. Here's your old gasket, steel gasket. Alright, so right between the exhaust and right in this corner, you can get your damn hand inside there. The bulkhead fittings inside there. Right there. Like that. And it was right here, and you just pop it. Bam, it's off.
You push up another side.
Where?
From here.
From the back?
Yeah. Like push it towards the front of the engine.
Oh. Alright. And then pull it down. Okay, so now that means this is free. We just gotta pop this out.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording. I got it out, so this is it. Look at all that gunk. Sand and stuff in there, dude. That's probably from going to the farm. It's like rocks in here.
Yeah, but this is outside. I didn't go inside of it.
Alright, so this is what needs to be changed. New one. There's a little tab here. See that this tab? Right there. This tab needs to go. Once you got it lined up and in, push it in as much as you can, and then what do you do here? Push the tab.
Yeah,
push
the tab up.
The point at the tab. Yeah, push it up. Now that it's locked in, you know, pull on it. It doesn't want to come out. Now I gotta put this back on. old one. New one's, I believe it's in. This was a nightmare. We had the sensor out, right? We had the bulkhead. We had the sensor here, and put this on it before we put this in. So, because we could not get it in, it's been at least 2 hours trying to get this in, trying to get the new one in, and block it up and all that. Finally got it in. So we put it on from outside, lined it up, like put the both of them on together inside the transmission, and then twisted it down. That's what we did. Maybe it won't be a nightmare for you. Okay, here's the filter, the new filter. I'm gonna put it inside here. Look at that. The gasket's all the way in.
Alright, ready?
Yeah. Now, okay, so we got the filter on. We got the transmission. The pan back on, gasket on, magnets on. Make sure you have the magnet in the spot it goes on. So put some few bolts on. Put all the bolts on. 97. This is the oil I'm using. Pennzoil Platinum LV multi-vehicle ATF for Ford Mercon LV approved. Bought it from Summit. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm not recommending it, but it is for Ford Mercon LV approved. You can use OEM Ford oil. I just went with that. So I'm gonna fill it up from that hole, the dipstick hole, with the oil gun. Using this oil pump, it's really good. The oil going down. Get it straight into here. Right there. You see the orange pump going into the inlet. It used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 bottles, 6.5 quarts until it started pouring out from the fill plug or the dipstick plug. So now we clean it down, start the truck. Hopefully there's no limp mode or anything like that. Seems to be a problem. I can't get it to start. It has something to do with that transmission harness. I knew that was going to give a problem. Alright guys, this is not the right way to do it. So when we put it, it would not go on, like I said. It wouldn't go on, truck wouldn't start. It was having the wrench issue, like showing the wrench on the gauge. And basically the neutral safety thing, whatever, in this harness wasn't letting it turn on because it's not plugged in right. And it wouldn't go inside there at all. Wouldn't go inside the plug. Plug down there, wouldn't go inside. Like the notch on this thing, which broke off because we tried putting it on. Outside the thing right here. There's supposed to be a notch here, a guide notch, and when we tried putting it on like this is the old one, obviously. It wouldn't go on. Trying to put it on outside the transmission. Right now it'll go on because there's no notches. We used a Dremel and cut them off so it lines up now and goes in. So right now there's no notches on the harness part. This is not what you're supposed to do, but we tried for hours, like at least 5-6 hours trying to put this on, and it wouldn't go on. Now, since there's no notches, we just gotta line this part up right here to the bulkhead on there, and then push it in, and then find a way to make sure it doesn't come off. So let me do that. I'll see if the truck starts. Okay, so I was rewatching this video while I was editing, and it sounds confusing. So what we did is, on the harness part, we cut the 3 notches off the harness, and that lines up to the bulkhead fitting. So when you put the bulkhead fitting on the transmission, you'll grab the harness, you'll line it up with the notch, you'll push it straight on. You won't be twisting it on because we cut those notches off. There's no twisting and locking on and closing the gap, like connecting 100%. That's gone for me because I cut it off. So once you put it on, line it up, you push it in as much as you can. Grab a extension um, like a half-inch extension, and grab a hammer and put it on there. Hit it on the bottom, hit it on the top until it gets very, very tight and secured. And it won't pop off because there's nothing that's going to be able to pull on it. I didn't put any zip ties or anything like that. I just left it like that. And yeah, so after that, the truck started right up. No wrenches flashing, none of that.